And we are live on what happened to Keith? I'm like, we are live. What happened to Keith?
Fucking pushing buttons again, bro.
Welcome to Mind Over Madness. Your host, Loomis, with the other host, Mr. Keith Shibley. And tonight's going to be more like a short one. And just to get some stuff off our chest. And then we're just going to move on because nothing but positivity and great things are happening, though, in our life. And that's what we're going to keep going on. And, usually even Keith, when I did shows like other shows, and you'd get that like once every 3 months, 6 month show to really air out. Well, let's just say hello, Carolyn. You're a real one. Thank you very much for being here, Jordan. As always, you already know. Appreciate you, Gina. Your sweetheart, Annette. Now we're gonna get to the comments back in a second. And tonight episode, me and Keith are going to blow off some steam, and then we're going to talk about real quick a good friend of mine, Linda Scarpa, who was the daughter of Greg Scarpa Senior, from the Colombo crime family. He was a captain, and I'm sure if anyone's into true crime lore, you know who he is. Mark Wahlberg is coming out with the movie in September by any means. Playing Greg Scarpa, so check that out. And but before though we get into that, Keith, what's up, brother?
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man. How are you?
I think I'm very good, like with the progress of our documentary and stuff. But like I'm where you're at with certain stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously we weren't here last week. Last week was a rough fucking week, man. Just with everything, life in general, fucking work, bullshit, all that other stuff. So I kind of, when I get like that, I kind of isolate a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand completely.
But something came it hit me pretty good last week, man. Because you get to fucking know people who are in your corner for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you
like
also get to know people that are fucking that are like your friends because they want something from you, and once they get that thing, they kind of ghost you.
Our first interview, I told you when we teamed up, I said, "Just watch."
Yeah,
and now you know. Now you're seeing it. But go ahead.
It sucks, dude. I mean, people you thought were really solid for a long time turn out to be. So this is how I look at it, man.
Keep going.
I'll give you an example. I was talking to a like supposed like good friend, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was losing my shit, you know what I mean? Telling the person everything that was going on with me and everything. In the middle of me losing my shit and saying everything's coming off the rails, the person said, "Oh, I'll call you back in a minute, man." You know what I mean? Still haven't heard from him.
Let me just tell you one thing about this.
Let me finish.
That Chris from Roll the Bones, that's a real one.
Yeah. So I was getting to that. So fuck you, and
I don't even know what you're talking about, but
just don't call me back. Anyway, that person knows. Anyway, but the cool part about all this is this.
How about go ahead. I get fired up.
I've met you once in person, right?
Yes.
I have never met Chris from Roll the Bones in person. I have never met Matt, as weird as that motherfucker is, in person. And I've never met, Jesus Christ, Cody in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like last week, all five of you are the fucking only people that even like, so, even though y'all reached out, called, text, whatever, I was ghosted a little bit. And, especially Matt, dude. Matt annoyed me so much I had to call him back just so he'd stop fucking annoying me.
He drove down to 2 hours, dude, for my dad's fucking wake. So did Jordan.
But so it's cool, man. People you've never really met in person give a shit more about you than people that are supposedly like your really good friends for a year or two. You know what I mean? That's the cool part about it, man. So,
no, listen, there's a time to Jordan. Everyone in the world's an opportunist to a degree. Like everyone wants to rise, but the problem though with people is they think like they get competitive and then they want to try to just get a bounce off you. They, maybe they want to see you do good, but not better than them. But I sit back and laugh because I went through a situation over like the New Year and stuff like that. And now with the situation that I'm in, it's just so funny how fucking life works. If whoever's like with me, like I'm just gonna be real. Mm-hmm. That's a good positive fucking thing. That that because we're going in a fucking fantastic direction.
Yeah, and I mean,
and I make reels for people all the time for nothing. Why? Because I love it. I was a fucking addict for fucking 20 years, fucking running amok on this fucking streets, fucking doing whatever drug I can get my hands on. And fucking now I get to help people. I'm not in this for money at all. And it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm in this more for us to get out the message and for us to just, this is our therapy.
Yeah.
Every week. And the thing of the matter though is, as I got real mad though, is what they don't understand is the love that I had for my father. You don't reach out without giving me a fucking warning that you're going to be fucking taking off or some shit like that. All right. After you just come and grab me right after he dies. And I agree to it.
Yeah.
So get the fuck out of my bullshit. I don't fuck around. I live for for God and for my father.
Mm-hmm.
And and Keith and Linda, who we'll get to it later. And Joe Buffalino, James Callahan, Chris Roll the Bones. I called him, by the way. It was I think I messaged him on Instagram over, so it was a year ago when he started, and I said I just knew, because when I first got into this, I was like, same exact thing you said, and then I noticed who the real ones are, And what he did, I'm not going to say it because it's not my business to say it publicly, but what he did for one interview before doing it, the character and integrity, you got these guys like John fucking Shea, he wants to talk about integrity. He's a fucking jagoff. Give me a break. Integrity. Yeah, you block me. Big gangster blocks me. Fucking punk. Second off, I don't give a fuck. That's it, man. I don't need to have 20 fucking 5 people in my circle. I need to have a solid circle. And especially after the past 2 years, helping my pops, and after he passed, I found out who my real ones are. And I want to throw Bobby's name in there as well. Bobby, I love you, man. You've been fucking, Keith, what you just said about being quiet and like, you don't want to be bothered. That's how I was after my pop died. And then Bobby's calling everyone thinking, and I understand. Yeah, I know, but that's still though being real, because he's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
So that's that's just, I say a lot of stuff, man, about like, right after my fucking dad dies and I'm willing to open up and this and that, and just go ahead, Keith, take it over.
So, but yeah, dude, like it's been really cool because I've never been in a situation where, I kind of made friends with other dudes like fucking that I've never met. So with like you, Chris, Cody, fucking retarded Matt, dude, Matt's a trip, bro. We got to get him on here. I didn't really know his story, dude, how fucked up it was, man.
Well, yeah, he does have a story, and I only know, like, like if someone gets a treatment, like the outline of it, I don't know, like, you might know more. But speaking of that, Matt, I'm going to text Matt actually after this show. I got to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm sitting at my dad's wake, and I don't really remember anything because it's blurry, but Jordan, I saw Jordan, he's like, what the fuck? Because they're 2.5 hours away, 2 hours away. And wakes aren't planned. It's not like a concert on a certain date that you have notice, right? And then all of a sudden I look over and then there's Matt. And Joe Buffalino's sitting down, and Matt's like, is it okay if I come over? Like, could you? I'm like, yeah, get over here. And he made me laugh though at my father's wake. And he drove 2 freaking hours. And Jordan did. And say what you want about Jordan too. Jordan's a fucking real one, dude. Jordan just sometimes though he has too much information that he just needs to learn how to organize. He's
Yeah,
like a
no,
genius.
George,
He's a
yeah,
genius. He's a business savvy
yeah.
genius, and I got his back all the fucking way.
But
And
like, listen to this. So Matt called me today, right? And I'm talking to Matt. Who does this, dude? I'm talking to fucking Matt. He's like, hey, hold on a minute. I'm like, okay. So I'm on hold for like fucking almost like 8 minutes. And I'm like, hey, did he fucking forget that he was on the phone or something? And then he comes back. He's like, oh, sorry, man. He saw his neighbor carrying something in, so he dropped the phone to go help him carry it in. Like, that's the fucking kind of dude he is, man. He's a good dude. He definitely rides the short bus wherever he goes, but he's a fucking good dude.
dude, he's the best. But 8 minutes, like, did he go on the other line?
No, he went to go help his neighbor carry something in. He saw his neighbor carrying something in, so he dropped the phone to go help him. Like, nobody does that anymore. Most people fucking don't even hold the door open for people anymore.
I just want to say hello.
Yeah, dude,
it's hello real quick out to the Buffalino family. Just quick. What's going on, Joe and Donna? Thank you though for being here. That was a shorter version of the release. Before I get into topic 2 about Linda, I'm going to show that again because there's more people in. But thanks for being here. And Donna, I love you to death. And heal up. And I pray for you every day. Love you to death. Joe, talk tomorrow, my man. Love you. Buffalinos, dude. Like, without them, I'm not going to lie. I would have went after my dad. I wouldn't be here.
I mean, I know I was supposed to be up there like a month ago, but hopefully I'll be up there soon.
Dude, family. Joe always tells me every time I'm late. Joe. Yeah, he's like family first. Or like he gets mad like if I wouldn't take care of like my family situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So things come up, Keith,
But it's very disheartening sometimes when you think people are fucking in your corner. And it's because I'll get like, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna fucking do it, or I'm going to try my best. And if I can't do it, I'll at least call you and tell you. I don't just ghost motherfuckers. And
here's what I hate the most though. Or how about this? When they call one of your friends, not about like a drug situation, like they call up like your friends and stuff like that and ask instead of just calling me. Every person, there's a guy that's named John. I'm not going to say his last name. That's from up north. We had fallen out so many times, but never like I've never blocked each other. We bitched it out, right? Boom, boom, boom. Like how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it face to face, but you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And it's that love-hate relationship, but love over trumps it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even have hate in my heart. I have madness in my heart.
I got plenty of it.
I have madness and despise and despicability, if that's a word.
So just complete timeout.
Look at Jordan. I'm all over the map sometimes. Yes, you are. Go ahead, Keith.
Silly Munchkins for Life just came in, and I said, hi, Silly. And YouTube says, this comment has failed to pass the fucking whatever the fuck.
Probably because they're so tender because they think you're calling her silly. Say hi, Veronica, because she's the coolest chick, and Gina that I ever freaking like from that Aussie channel. Like they're the coolest people on earth. But go on, look at Joe. You got it, buddy. Talk soon. Love you, my man. And we'll be filming No Keith as well. Keith, you're in it, right?
Yeah, man. Make it happen.
Sorry, I'm just trying to balance. Listen, how about this? Keep doing your thing, and then I'll get to the comments then after. You want me to do that?
No, I give it a 5-second thing because you tell me to go ahead, and then when I'm about to talk, you start talking again. So I'm gonna give you a 5-second like delay to fucking finish what you're saying. All right. So
amazing comments.
I'm busting balls, bro. I lost my train of thought, man. But it's like, yeah, dude. So just is what it is, man. I'm a petty bitch, though, bro. I mean, once you fuck me over, I'm a petty fucking 16-year-old. I will fucking never forget it. And yeah, I mean, I won't do anything like outright as like revenge, but I'll never forget it. And it's back there forever. So the next time you come and ask me for something, I will get much joy of telling you to go fuck yourself.
It's a validation problem that I used to have a long time ago too, where you tell someone something great about something about them that if they're in or something about them, and then they tell you, I got you this, and it's all smoke and mirrors. But I learned after, from being seasoned in doing this, I don't give. And after, I'm just being real. But after my father, he even told me, don't give a fuck about others and get that documentary fucking finished. And don't you dare fucking touch drugs and alcohol. And that was the pact.
Yeah. So, oh God. So yeah, dude. But another real one, dude. I mean, I just, you kind of got good. I kind of think I've got. Well, I thought I had a good gauge on fucking people, but I guess every once in a while one surprises you. But TJ from the Change Catalyst podcast, the show came out Monday.
Yeah, I like that.
He seems to be a really good dude too. So go to the Change Catalyst podcast on Instagram. Please follow him, and he's a. From the talks we've had, even after the show, he's a fucking solid dude, man.
Yeah, we the Buffalino family though, even that kick, he had a video up and stuff, and I was like, I like this guy.
Yeah,
he just looks like, and I watched his stuff obviously with you, and same with Chris. How I knew Chris is just a genuine real one. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you want to talk, I'm not going to get into it, but someone that I was friends with though for 15 years and just ran away because he thought he was going to be the biggest podcaster in the world after I got him on Vlad and all these shows, and says that he was like the boss and this and that, and it was just a joke. I mean, you sold a kilo of cocaine a month. I mean, Jesus, we used to freaking sell cocaine here. It was come on, it just happened. You just happen to live by Whitey. So I will though respect doing the time though. That I respect. And Richie Veltri. I'm sorry, Keith. We got to throw his name out there. Rich is fantastic. And guys like Larry Rolla. Larry, I love you to death. I don't know, man. It just seems like the older, wiser gents are the ones, man, that I like to talk to.
Yeah, dude, because they have some sort of loyalty bone still left in their body, and they don't do everything selfishly for themselves, and they actually give a shit, and it's a give and take relationship like it should be, not just a fucking take relationship like a lot of these are now.
Beautiful. I should have had that like that for a clip. You know what I mean? For editing. But no, I hear you there, my man. And but let me tell you something, Keith. You keep our eyes tunnel vision, and we do our thing, and we keep our circle, and you just be aware. You're aware, and you just watch back and you just do your thing. Because if you're gonna put so much energy into that BS, but
I mean, I'm gonna give it zero energy, but I just won't forget it though either.
I could say something I'm not gonna say, but
don't say
it. You know why? As you know me.
So let's get
let me just show though the people though, if they didn't watch it, the full link, and this is the engineered version will be out next Wednesday. But for people though that didn't though see it, because we did it though for the warm-up tune, it's a shorter version. It's part one of just an early look at It Is What It Is, the true story of the Buffalino family. Remember, the full one will be on Mob Facts next Wednesday. And the full one's also still on the Loomis show and on Camp Rattler as well, but it's going to be different and engineered. So, but for our close friends, here's a sneak peek. And in part 2, you actually hear someone comes on and starts talking about what you will be seeing in it. And we will be releasing those every 10 days online until they come out on Major. So,
all right. So real quick before we get into Gina, Linda, where's your Johnny Depp thing? You still in first place?
Third.
Fucker.
It was dude, I didn't even know. I just filled out like a thing one time and threw it out. And so I won the first one I won, which was the top 20. Then I got first place in that. And now this one here on 2, I am, let me see. It's 25 large too, but let me see.
How much longer is it up for?
I think it ends tonight. Let me see. I am Loomis. Yep. Third.
Oh, bullshit.
Anyone though who sees this link, if they want,
yeah, everybody get on and go vote real quick.
Yeah, you know what?
Right now.
And let me though just I'll put it into YouTube right in our chat, the link. Thank you everyone for all the support.
But let's get into Linda, dude, because it's getting a little late for my young ass.
You got it, brother. You got it. I'm just putting in. Yes, look at this. Try 1 month for 0. I was wondering why something popped up on our thing. Vote Loomis, and then dink paste.
But yeah, Chris from Roll the Bones just aired his interview with Greg Scarpa, so check that out too on
yes
podcast.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen it yet. I plan on putting that on tomorrow on my way into work.
Greg was also on. There's the link right there, folks, if you want to vote. And I appreciate the support. Greg was on Michael Francis's channel talking about 9/11, which was fascinating, to say the least. So get this. I'm watching this. I talked to Linda the day before. I talk to her almost every day, and I'm like, she's like, oh, I'm going on a live. And I'm like, well, all right, guys. I always think I was like, all right, that's great, blah, blah, blah. But because she's gonna talk to, we're gonna do the interview and stuff. But I go, and then it was 1 hour and 47 minutes. If nobody's seen it, it's on Linda Scarpa on the Facebook page. And the way that she reamed into Larry Mazza was so justified and true, because I have receipts of when he says so much shit and then flips it over. You want to talk about opportunist? Fucking guy was the consultant of our movie from this area, The Irishman. like what? He never met Russell Buffalino in his life. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here with that. I remember I'm talking to what's his name's kid. A kid, but the guy, he's like 60, 70 some years old now. The gangster from Philly. Great guy, they said. Oh my God. Sonny, not Sonny, that guy, he's in the freaking Irishman. From Philly. He owns the Friendly Lounge.
Yeah. I don't know. I forget his name. I know who you're talking about.
And it's killing my head. What's going on, Vaz? Yeah, so let's still get to that. So, the thumbnail was up though. All right. So me and Linda became real good friends, probably like a little bit, like about a year and a half ago. And she helped me with a lot of stuff, my father, my dad, and stuff like that. And it's just a great, kind-hearted person. Right? Now I'm bringing you up to speed because I don't know if you know this story or not and everything. So there's a guy who met her mother and went out with her mother, and her father, senior, that's who she was with. That was her, that was it. And so could you imagine though, you're with her and Greg Scarpa Senior is her girlfriend, you're full, so, but Greg was cool with that, whatever, adults are adults, people do what they do. They have their own thing. That's whatever.
Yeah.
point is, that's the only without that he would never even have like a name. And then he's talking about Greg though, that with Nicky Black though, that he's fumbling no bullets though, and that he shot him off though. But no, his father shot his nose off. Talking about Greg's father and Linda's father, senior here. The thing is, the movie that's coming out, he's all butthurt because he's not involved with it, and he has the audacity to say on a podcast, "Oh, she's like nothing," or she doesn't know this. Linda, let me tell you something about Linda. You want to talk about mob wives and all that stuff? She's the fucking, like, to me, the quintessential fucking, like when her and Larry went to dinner, classy as ever, so kind-hearted, not Mrs. Bushy, look at me, you know what I'm saying? But yet, like, she knows that life legitimately and is.
Well, yeah, I mean, her dad was the fucking.
Yeah, like, come
and
on.
Her brother.
Oh, Greg, forget about it. He was, Greg could have still been gone without, like he even said, he goes, it's terrible to say this though, but without COVID, he'd probably still be in. He was 30. Could you imagine doing 12 years in solitary? So I think Larry maybe thinks that, thought maybe Greg was never going to get out or whatever. He started saying stuff though that he said that about Linda, like the audacity, dude. Are you kidding me? And then and he said that Greg's father ratted him out. Total bullshit. Never had, like, why would you do that? And then on other interviews, he's talking about Greg Sr. Like, I took him to the hospital, and this guy was so tough that he was. I mean, but he's like, and he wouldn't even go to the Brooklyn one. He wanted to go to the one in Manhattan. And first off, let me just tell you, he was sitting out with a fucking bottle of scotch while his fucking thing was going off. His I had one on before, they call it the Irish fucking bracelet. But what was I gonna say? So that's going off. He's drinking scotch like nothing, telling Linda not to touch her because he has the virus, from the hospital. And they call, and he's like, nah, I just ran out. Whatever. I forget the exact whatever, but he had a bullet in his eye. Drove home with a bullet in his eye. And, they lost someone that night too, which is, I mean, this family's been through a lot. Linda's been, their story is just, I mean, it's so, like, people think like it's all, of course, the word fascinating because on the outside, like, like looking in, but for people that like don't know anything at all, like about that life, but like that life is not glorious at all.
No.
Like, at all. And that's the funny thing. And like, when I was talking to Richie, when I was up there in Rochester, and Richie's a real one, he gets a kick out of that. He even gets a kick out of fucking Shay, like going rats. And Richie never ratted. He's over 20 years. He was in with Russell. He's like, this guy's on fucking talking on fucking podcast, fucking saying, calling everyone a fucking rat. Like, come on, give me a fucking break, dude. I got fucking 25 of him around me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because he lived by Whitey, give me a joke, give me a break. But so, don't hold on to the bitterness. And Linda, if you ever see this, everyone knows that who's the real deal, and it's you and your brother.
Yep.
I mean, Joe says the same thing. You know what Joe says? Joe goes, I get a kick. Well, there's Pesci as Russell, but I thought I had a pic of, where the hell did that pic of Joe go? I thought I had up. Anyway, he goes, there's Angelo and Tony Bennett. There's Joe. Joe goes, I got the Irish, he's got the Italian. But he goes, it's funny how people think they know more about my family than me. Like,
I know, right? Yeah.
And I asked Joe, I go, Joe, is it a little surreal? Like when you just like open up Facebook and you see a thing pop up and like people are just saying, no, it was this and no, it was like, and now this documentary was never supposed to be made. And Linda's in it. And it is, just stay tuned. There's one guy over on the Loomis show always going, oh, the guy who didn't finish the Whitey project. You know how many fucking people don't finish fucking shit, fall on their face. You keep going forward. Now what, motherfucker?
Yeah, dude, I can't wait, man. And it is crazy because I don't know, man. I guess you could just tell, like with Linda and stuff. Like, I don't know. it comes off completely genuine. And then you can tell all these other idiots that get on podcasts or online that are just spouting bullshit for clicks and money, man. I mean, I guess some people can buy into it, but if you really look into it, man, you can like do your homework. You can tell who's the real deal and who's like just trying to sell you some fucking fake shit.
Yeah, but this guy's out there like, because he has some credibility because, he was on like, a bunch of stuff. He consultant for the Irish.
Because he's going to get blown out of the water with this and he's fucking butthurt about it. So he's going to try to do damage control.
Nothing to do with it. Like, I can't talk about that stuff. But what I'm trying to say is like, what are you talking about? It was Greg and Linda. Like, what do you need Larry for? You're talking to Greg Scarpa Jr.
Yeah.
Who's probably, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm just going to be real. The like legitimate, like, don't fuck with guy. Like that sounds like, great guy, gentleman. But he's a real. And I mean, I'm not saying he would ever do anything bad these days. I'm just saying, though, people like they hear numbers, but they don't try to put yourself in his footsteps. And he, he's accountable for it. He committed the crimes, and he knows the drill. He gets caught. You know what I mean? That's the game. But he thinks that he's got this information about Jordan would know the name. He knows all the names, but I have Yusuf.
Oh yeah, dude.
So Yusuf was the one with the jet fuel, and Greg's telling them, and they could have got Sheik, whatever the fuck, and I can't even say Italians' names.
The blind Sheikh, Sheikh Mohammed.
Yeah, and so he's making amends, and he's thinking though that like this and that, and then I believe the 12 years in solitary at Colorado fucking RDX, no CX, or I might have all over the place tonight because I'm fired up about our topic. But Colorado ADX, sorry, for 12 years. 12 years. That's going to high school, Keith, without summer breaks for 4 years, without going to high school with no girls and with a bunch of other, with not even you're alone. And you get to go and walk. You get to go and walk like once. I think it's like you're there and you shower right there. I don't know if it's open. Some places freaking could roll them up. It's insane. But like,
yeah, man, and that's solid. You can't think you're going to come out of that the same person you went in. I mean, people can't do it. And people that go nuts doing a year in solitary, much less fucking 12.
12. Well, no, but that just should. Yeah, but he came out though great though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, being to know, like, he's a gentleman and everything, though, like that. And he's like, he's a great guy and stuff like that. But my point is, like, yeah, you're right. Like, that will fuck you up. And it just goes to show, like, I guess his toughness, his intuition, like, you know what I mean? To do that many years. Now, don't forget, that's just solitary. He did over 30 years.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
31 or 32 years. And like, people are like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if you miss by a year. Listen, a month is long. I don't give a fuck. Take away my freedom for 2 days. They put me in the drunk tank. It's, but so, and then this guy, Greg's away, blah, blah, blah. And Linda came out like, she was on that, I married a mob. So was he, I married a mobster, and like a couple documentaries and stuff like that. And then once though this like mafia stuff started happening on YouTube, that's like when, everyone started changing narratives, and they were like saying stuff like, this guy didn't know that guy, this guy. And I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like they believe every movie they watched. And I just, immediately just started though a show called Mafia Truth, because I knew everything that these people were saying though was just utter bullshit. And so I went on there and, you just figure out though, like we were talking about, okay, let's find out. And from like, just doing that though, like with so many people with paperwork and there's like, we go deep with like, you'll see in the documentary, but it's quite a journey that you're in for, because this is like, your first year. But I'm telling you right now, like Roll the Bones murdered it. You murdered it, dude. Look at also you were on freaking all those other fucking podcasts as a guest and stuff like that, man, to get that story out there. Dude, this is your first year. You came on when I was ending the Loomis show when my father was dying and all over like the type of play and stuff like that. So we really didn't even get settled, truthfully, because I got to get this documentary fucking out there. So, but I'm saying, though, we could, though, obviously, though, get settled and start putting up videos. But let me try to stay to the topic real quick.
Yeah, squirrel brain. Come on.
I know I jump all over the place. Larry Mazza, though, is an absolute. Though he was never made. Wasn't even really around Greg when Greg was around on the street. And he just is one of those guys that's just going to say whatever he's going to say, though, to get to wherever he's going to be able to get to. Do you know that I had? I'm not saying, "Ooh, look at me," but I had a certain type of like offer, like to get rid of like a certain someone for something, right?
What?
Can't do it. I don't care. You can't. You cannot buy me.
Okay.
Not because I'm rich. I'm not rich at all, but I cannot be bought. And that's just how the Buffalinos are too. Every time someone calls them, oh, well, Lou and Joe's like, fuck you, talk to Loomis. Click. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they know the game. And people get jealous too. People get like envious, like, and it's weird. I want to see everyone rise. I want to see everyone rise. When I wake up, if I see Greg and Linda are on like a huge show, I get excited.
Yeah.
I don't go, blah, blah, blah. And I know he does. And these are like, I'm trying to think of because you know why I'm mad right now? Because of my father, right? And the connection I have with my father. And I'm just imagining some guy running his mouth talking about my father. Like, you know what I mean? When my father's gone now, because we just put his tomb just got put in though today. So, and like the audacity of it. And it's all just for this.
I mean, you're going to have haters, dude. And you're always going to have people that fuck over people for notoriety or money.
And Senior treated him great. Senior treated him fantastic. And for him to
they're going to end up dying poor and alone. And they might die rich, but they're going to be alone. So, yeah. I mean,
and Keith, that's what it comes. You're right. People want that quick bag, that quick, there's 5,000, there's 10,000. I laugh at that. No, fucking what? To get rid of like someone in my circle that's actually, because your relationships are an investment, a huge investment, especially with the woman that you're going to be with is a very big investment, like meaning it is like, it's the rest of your life type shit. So, because the people who are in your circle, they can either bring you down or they can bring you up. So if they're bringing you up and someone's offering you a quick bag, oh yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like I don't care. I don't care.
But it's also like, I mean, you can tell who a person really is by who they hang out with too. So if they don't have any really close friends, that's probably a reason why,
Well, here's the thing though with Linda and Greg. I think they just, it's like what we were doing tonight. They got it out. They know they're better than they're going to be. They are fine. The fucking thing is though, it angers me though. Just I couldn't. I try to look like I said with Joe with the comments. The other people know more about his family, or this. And even though Larry was around Greg, not junior, senior, meaning consistently, he treated him good, like he did. Treated him real good. He could have fucking blew your fucking brains out the second he found out though that you were fucking with his wife. And the last thing he did to him was give him a thumbs up because he had to get out of there after he had the bullet in his eye. But he dropped him off at the Manhattan Hospital. Now Larry said this, so I don't know, but it's a cool story though. But Larry said, he got a shard of like not glass, like a fence or something, metal in his eye. So Larry's waiting in the waiting room for him while they're out working on him, and then all of a sudden they say, "You got to stay." When they found out it's a bullet, they said, "Don't go anywhere." That's when he got up and he goes, "Greg, I got to go." And Greg just went like this. With his, like he saw the back of his head laying down. He just went thumbs up.
That's crazy, man.
And that's the last time Larry ever seen him. And now for him though to try to change narratives, this and that, wouldn't even be known at all in the entertainment spotlight or whatever you want to call it, if it wasn't for that family, and to talk shit on Linda, is just, that's a lady, a very respectable lady that is I'm very close friends with Linda, and she helped me a lot. And fuck
Oh, he's
you.
about to get exposed, so fuck him.
Yeah, I don't
Right?
like. I mean, like, because I'm just thinking, like, I'm looking at a picture of my pops over my head right now, and I'm thinking if someone's out saying that,
But so, like, I mean,
I know where their anger comes from. I see,
yeah. But I mean, you tell me about Linda and what's her brother's name?
Greg
And then
Greg Jr.
so obviously I respect what you have to say, and then then Chris tells me because he entered and so you know what, if I got two people telling me the same thing about how solid a motherfucker is, then they're solid.
Oh yeah,
Obviously, now I've never met him, but yeah, dude, this guy's gonna get exposed. He's like the fucking Joe Biden of the mafia, man. He's a fucking salesman, and he's about to get exposed like Hunter did with crack and fucking hookers.
well,
and you know what? The problem is some people are going to believe it, and some people are going to still buy his shit. So, just the people that buy his shit, who cares, man? You know what I mean? Like, as long as Greg and Linda tell their shit the way they see it, because it's the truth. And looking forward to Linda's movie coming out with Mark Wahlberg. That's going to be fucking awesome. And
yeah,
then,
Linda and Greg. Yeah.
And then your documentary coming out, man. So yeah, he's about to get exposed like all over the place. So fuck that guy.
Amen to that, my man. And like you want to talk about people like Chris, like a lot of people like you'll talk to, and then you don't talk to them. That's all right though at times. But like when I first talked to Linda, I just thought like, oh, have a nice conversation. I obviously knew who she was prior, and have a nice conversation. But she's just like a legitimate friend. She calls me up, dude, at my father's funeral. Afterwards, not calls me, leaves me a message and goes, "I bet I can make you smile." And I got mad. I'm not gonna lie, I got mad because like I was like in the corner, like all like this.
No.
She sends me a video, dude, dancing with a fucking rare collectible like Ozzy Osbourne Bark at the Moon box doll. And freaking, I just started freaking. My mom comes by, tugs my shoulder, and looks at it, and it made me fucking smile. And she was the one that helped me get my dog's ashes out of the bag. I couldn't even take them out. I couldn't take Ozzy's ashes out. But like, I'm talking like real friend, not just looking for stuff from you, like, just straight up good people. And say what you want about the fucking Scarpas, but in my fucking book, they're fucking aces. They're fantastic people. And if and you're right, because you want to get both sides to every story, right? There's three sides to every story. I get that. But when you hear solid people telling you, I mean,
especially if it was their fucking father.
I know Chris is solid.
Nobody's going to fuck. Why would someone lie about their father? You know what I mean?
Well, because he didn't think Greg was probably getting out. Remember, I told you Greg got out with the compassionate release?
Yeah.
So he probably didn't think Greg was getting out. Oh, I bet when he found that out, he was probably like, fuck.
He didn't think Greg was going to get out, but he felt comfortable disrespecting a fucking woman.
Probably because it's a problem. I don't want to like say he's like that. Probably because it's a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fucking scumbag, dude.
Don't fuck with Linda. But I'm just saying, man, what we were announcing tonight, like what you got off your chest, it just lines up perfectly though with the bullshit that they're going through. And I know Keith, I know you're gonna have to take off, but anyone could stick around if they want. I think I could get it up. I'm gonna play a little bit of Linda's interview.
I do, man, because I got to be up at fucking 3:30 in the morning. I go on call at 1 a.m. So I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, dude, good talk. I'll see you next week. Everybody in the chat.
Keith, we'll be talking. What was I going to say? Are you around tomorrow?
Yeah,
yeah. Because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm screwed with work and stuff like that. So, okay, I'll hit you up tomorrow, brother. And thank you, my man.
I think I am going to take up a collection to buy Matt some new crayons. He ate the last ones. So we're going to have a collection for special Matt. But Matt, I appreciate you, brother. Phone call today was right on time, man. And I'll talk to you guys later, bro. Loomis,
I love
you. I'll talk to you later.
Later, Mr. Keith. Shibley. Fucking great guy right there. You already know. And see, I have both of them. I don't think I need both on. No, I got these new lights. Mix them up a bit. Fuck it. Who cares, right? Now, before I played this, I hope I could on the laptop. I tried to set it up. Let me get into some comments because there's a lot of them. My daughter had her 8th grade prom tonight. I can't believe it. Where does the time go? Nice, Matt. Where does the time go, man? My niece is already in her 2nd year of college. I hear you there, my man. Like it kills me that I was out ripping and running like the whole entire time until she turned like 8, like 16, 17. But what do you do about it? You make up for it now. You know, you can only go forward, but that's awesome, man. You know, I know it's probably bittersweet for you, my man, but where does the time go? And I love you, brother. Thanks for being here. Vaz, you already know. Thank you so much. Plenty of bullshitters out there, Keith. Yep, 100% in that. True Morning Star, damn, Matt. Definitely. And I like to get everyone's comment because anyone who actually takes the time to watch. So I'm sorry if this is annoying, but I like though to just a lot of them, you know, but I just want to get Veronica, what's up? I just noticed that all of my previous messages didn't go through. YouTube is being YouTube. That's odd. You know what, Veronica? When I just put my link up to vote for me, vote for Loomis for the Johnny Depp thing, the link's somewhere up in there because I'm in 3rd place for the final. I don't know how, but do I deserve to be? No, but I'll take it. The link is in the comment, and thank you to everyone that voted. And you could vote. You vote every day. There was a 2-week thing. I won the first top 20, and now this top 20, I'm in 3rd. I have no fucking idea how, but it's because of the people. Thank you all. Carolyn, you're such a real one and a great supporter. You're the best. Thank you so much for being here. I voted for some named Loomis, my man Matt. Thank you, Veronica, you sweetheart. Keith, if you're watching, Jordan said peace. Jordan's a great guy. Great guy right there who's going to be who. Check his story out. And I think that's it. I talked to Joe earlier. Hey, guys. Richie was here. What's up? That's Richie Veltre out there in Rochester, who I stayed with, though, for a week, which something's going to be dropping on him as well. Stay tuned for that. It was just a documentary trailer shit, was just got busy and work and stuff like that. But I stayed with him for a week. Like I told you, he's up in Rochester. We had a blast. And yeah, he's also in It Is What It Is, the true story of the Buffalino family. He did time and over 20 years, and he was inside with Russell in Danbury, Connecticut. And stay tuned though for Richie. He did 2 lives with us as well. Great guy. You know, there's other, you know, everyone talks about people that are just on the internet and stuff that we see, but there's people that people don't even know that stories are just absolutely fascinating. And he's one of them. And unbelievable. But I'll just leave it at that. Richie, don't be fucking waking up by any monkeys. That's the best story ever. Fucking wakes up and a monkey rat you out. He beats the freaking helicopters, but the monkey gets him. I'm on top. Oh boy, now we just got Loomis. This should be fun. Well, listen, no, this is why though people don't like me, and I don't. Whatever. I know who my real friends are and who aren't. I'm not afraid, though, to tell the truth. I don't put anyone on a pedestal. I don't say, ooh, just because this guy did that, I have to kiss his fucking ring. I don't do that. I judge everyone. I respect from afar, but I judge everyone when I individually meet them. I don't care about how many accolades you have. It means nothing to me. Literally nothing to me. Meaning in the sense of realness, friendship. Oh, he treats me like a fucking dick, but I still got to try to be his friend. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, you know, and anyone know that is like that or whatever and has a problem though with that, go away or whatever. And then you just talk to other fucking people on the phone, chit chatting like Ricky fucking Lake. You know, you want to talk about being a man. Listen, first off, to everyone in that genre that's in the comments that freaking screams rat, rat, and all this type of shit, they're the ones that even Richie was like, he never ratted, did over 20 years. They're the freaking ones, though, that don't have a freaking clue to the fan boyish. Like, you know, they have no, they were never put up to the test. You don't know, like I always say, who your friend is till you're put to the test. Walk down the street with 2 of your buddies and 6 guys come and jump you. And if one of those buddies leaves, you could think he was your friend for 12 years because of great conversation, but he runs away. Just like as Teddy Atlas says, you could pass the bar exam, but you're not a fucking lawyer until you win some cases. And that's how friendship goes. And sometimes you just got to fucking tell people to get the fuck out of here. But I can't imagine what they go through with that. But let me see now. It is what it is. All right, I'm in Facebook. Let me check something here. I got to put on my glasses to see if I could get this video up. Part of it. Because I always work from phone. Believe it or not, I'm an idiot on here, but let's go. Oh, here we go. Oh, God. Bam. Linda Scarpa. Man, Facebook looks fucking weird on a laptop, I'll tell you that. All right, where's it at, Linda? Oh, no, that's her, the fan page. Guys, go to Linda's fan page as well, at Linda Scarpa. You could do it from my phone, but then it won't come up on a laptop. Oh, here it is. I got it. I don't got producers and all that shit. And I know I'm not the best talker, so I'm sorry to deal with it. All right, let's see. I'm in here now. Let's see. Linda Scarpa. Oh, here it is. Up bit. Yeah, so if anyone wants to chill out though, watch a little bit of this. You see what I'm talking about? Oh, it doesn't do the touchscreen 10 on the fucking laptop. Oh shit. Okay, here we are. All right, now let me share this on the StreamYard studio. This is Miss Linda Scarpa. Again, this is on her Facebook page, fan page. Check it out. And Linda's a fantastic, fantastic person. I just don't know if people like publicly just, you know, obviously if people are in relationships, they like, you know, fight with girls, you can say well, whatever, no, but you're gonna like berate, like anyway, I'll just let her do the talking. Oh, let me bring it up. Hold up, here it is. All right.
Hello, everybody. I don't know if everyone knows what's going on or even cares, but I care. So, hi, Marie. Oh, cool. It's saying slow connection. Am I freezing? Am I freezing? Hello, hello. So I'm just waiting for some more people. Little weirdo. 56 people in here, guys. Let's go. Share the show. And if anyone's in here who's friends with Larry, share it straight to Larry's phone so that he can watch. He is a moron. Let me tell you, he is a moron. And if anyone has questions about Larry, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. So he's been going on podcasts. Hey, Billy. 68 people in here. Let's go. Boost it up, guys. Okay, he's been going on podcasts and telling me that I'm insignificant, talking about he's a bully, okay? What grown man who's in his 60s, what grown man that's in his 60s talks about a girl? Who does that? Who goes on podcasts and publicly speaks about women? My mother, me, okay? And he talks about my brother. He talks about all this made up shit, and which I would love to clarify. But guess what, Larry? I don't need to be on a podcast. I have my own platform, okay? I have almost 30,000 people on my platform. So I don't need to go on a podcast. Hey, Michael, how are you? I don't need to go on a podcast. Guys, sorry I'm looking down. I can't see without my glasses, so I'm trying to read the comments. So, and I had to come in my car because my dogs just like bark and go crazy. He wants to be relevant. He's very insecure, okay? And he hates himself. He deep down hates himself because when somebody could spew the amount of hatred and lies that he does, he deep down hates himself. So what does he want to do, or what does anybody want to do when they deep down hate themselves? They want to hurt other people, right? So he thinks that he's hurting me. He's not hurting me, okay? He's not hurting me at all. Like, I have literally, he is a bum. I have literally been minding my own business, living my life, taking care of my kids, taking care of my mother, who is, by the way, not well, okay, and doing what I have to do, okay? Share the show, guys. Come on, we got 64. We need more people in here, and I need someone to share this shit to Larry. I've been doing what I have to do, okay? He went on a podcast. It was broadcasted this morning, and it was taken down maybe about 2 hours later because I had to speak to the podcaster and ask him to remove it because the things that were said in there are not okay. A grown man in his 60s does not have to get on a platform and talk about me and what I'm doing and who I am. And I wish I had another device to let you hear it, because it's so pathetic. Hi, Joey. How are you? He talks about my book, okay? He says, oh, she talks about me doing my book and making money, but she's sitting here glorifying her father and this and that. Listen, my book is not about glorifying anything. Hey, Michael, my book is not about glorifying that life. My book is not about glorifying my father. And if anybody ever read my book, whoever has read my book would know that that is not what my book is about. My book is about what that life did to my family, what it did to me, what it does still to me till this day, okay? I still have post-traumatic stress disorder. I still have anxiety. I suffer from anxiety every single day. And I got to have this minute little weasel, rat, Larry, think that he's somebody, that he could sit on a podcast and talk about me, my father, my mother, my brothers. He thinks he could do all this. Well, guess what? He's just fucking butthurt. You want to know why he's butthurt? Michael Ferraci, hey, how you doing, cuz? He's just butthurt. You know why he's butthurt? Because he got out of prison, okay, and he thought he was this Larry Hollywood, and that he was going to come out and write a book, and his claim to fame is that he had a relationship with my mother, okay? He had a relationship with my mother. Well, let's do a little storyline, okay? The storyline is that Larry first came around into my life, hello, good evening, into my family's life when I was 12 years old, maybe just turning 12. He says he's my brother's godfather. Idiots, you're not my brother's godfather. You were not there when he was born. You are not his godfather. You are his sponsor at confirmation. You are his sponsor at confirmation. You are not his godfather. So let's get that straight. Hey Eileen, how are you? Of course I'm on here with this bullshit that I have to handle. So you came around when I first met you, and I distinctly remember meeting you when I was either 12 or just turning 12. So let's do the timeline, Larry, okay? You write a book and you call it The Life. How long were you actually in the life, Larry? How long were you actually in the life? Because if you came around when I was 12 and all the shit hit the fan by the time when I was, what, maybe all the shit hit the fan, what, when I was like 22, 23. So that makes you in the life for maybe about 10 years? 10 years maybe? Oh, wait, you were with my mother when you were 17, you said. But that's impossible because you, the timeline doesn't add up, okay? I don't have this shit written down. I wish I would have wrote everything down. But I'm literally going to write down everything. I have pictures. I have proof, okay? I have receipts, Larry.
All right, just let me, just jump in real quick though. Yeah, so on her page, Linda Scarpa, which I'm going to put though, her fan page, give it a follow. Those receipts you will see on there. And everything she's saying, like that's serious. I mean, it's not even debatable. Then you'll see for yourself. But I just want to put the link up to that. So like, yeah, could you imagine? And like it's fucking like she said, Hollywood tried claim to just trying to jump over it. I know he probably didn't think Greg was ever gonna get out. And he's gonna call Linda a bully. She's the sweetest fucking, like she's a sweetheart. Sweetheart. He's gonna call her a fucking bully. No. What she did when on my worst day of my life, I'll never forget, and I'll always have her fucking back to the end. So that's that. But where is it at? I'll put the link to that video in there because it's long, hour and 56 minutes. So come on, I don't know why the share button ain't working. You know what? You'll just scroll down on the page, and when you see a garage door, just fucking hit play. Or actually, I could change the title. Let me see. Where is copy link? Got it. Here I am. Linda Scarpa. Hopefully this link fits. Yep. All right, beautiful. So there's the link right there. If you guys have Facebook, give her a follow, and you'll see follow-up receipts. And if you don't know who Larry Mazza is, you can just look up LARRYMAZZA. But it's almost like, that he ended up being the consultant for the Irishman about Russell Buffalino, who he never met. And he's one of those. He's like, I'm going to talk to this person. Maybe I can get up to this level. Maybe I could, and the user and all that fucking bullshit. And without the Scarpa name, guy would not be in the public eye at all. And the fact, though, that, see the money that he was making and fucking Senior treated him good to just like, that's what I was trying to get to before. I started all this because of the people that try to change narratives from history and from the real fucking truth. And that's why I started all this stuff. And it's just, let's just put it this way. I went to a lot of places. I met a lot of good businessmen, we'll call them. Everyone in comments or yells their shit on Facebook and says this and that. It is not like that at all in real life. It is ass kissery to everyone they talk about when it's face to face. And that's the shit I hate. I remember walking into a bar one time, wasn't too long ago, and about 2 years ago, I walked up when I was still smoking cigarettes to go get a Lucy, and I walk in and I hear someone talking shit about a friend, and he's supposed to be cool though with that person. So what did I do? I just said, hey, I said, oh yeah, you got your here. I got his number. I said, I called my friend. Say, here, just tell him what you're saying to that guy. You know how people sometimes be like, hey, where's your buddy Pat? And then the guy might be like, Pat could be a little, and then that guy might, if the supposed friend might be like, oh, I know, he's hard to deal with, and they want to talk shit on you. That shit I fucking cannot stand. So, love me, hate me. I am who I am. I live for my father and God. And before my father left, he said, stop giving fuck about others. Follow your heart and stop starting good stuff and not finishing. Get the fucking documentary done. And don't do drugs and alcohol. And that was the pacto that I made with him. And his tomb now is finally in his tombstone. And watching, guys, life's so fragile, and ladies, like, we could go any day. It really is. And the past 2 years, watching like that decline next to him, and he wasn't just like my dad, he's like my linchpin. We're the best friend in the world. Even if you look at the obituary, he's got the hat, fucking, it's me, but 70, but he's not an idiot. Like, my friends used to knock on the door and be like, is Clem there? Like, they wouldn't even ask for me. They wanted to hang out with him. My father is like a local, like, legend, like, around here. A father adjacent to many. But like, biker outlaws used to pull up a fish and digger. They'd come up, like, just pay respects, have a beer with them and stuff. He was hard to believe, I know, because I came from him, but he was that type of guy that, like, you just if you didn't like him, there was something wrong with you. Me, you could hate me. I get it. Believe me, I look in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, fuck, dude, how do people throw more punches at me? I get it. But I'm going to speak on my mind. So that is that. Thank you for the condolences, Greg. I appreciate that. Thank you. Loomis, love you, brother. Karachi, get my daughter. Talk to you soon. Go get her, my man. So give Linda a follow. And if anyone watches that true crime genre stuff, or just history in general, I think just like with our documentary, the family, you want to go right to the source, not someone, that's attached to the source. And, get you guys really think of that. Like, I think of Joe all the time, because and Linda and Greg, and like, you wake up and you're just scrolling through Facebook, and like, you're seeing hundreds and thousands of people like saying stuff like about your dad and like your mom, and it was this way, and like, it was that way. I mean, I'm not going to say her name, but there was one person that was like, no, she's not really the daughter. And then like what, dude? Like what? Not talking about Linda. It was freaking Chin Gigante, but whenever that stuff was going on, people are trying to say that stuff. They try to like discredit freaking like, and that's like sacred. Family and women are sacred, and children. Like Linda was saying about attacking a woman. And I'll tell you what, though, because when I was talking to Linda yesterday, I don't care. I don't give a fuck anymore. She asked me who that guy's name was, and I got his name, and fucking 10 minutes later, the fucking podcast was taken down. So, good for you, Linda. But I feel it. And these families already been through fucking enough bullshit that now, like, could you imagine the death, the sorrow, everything they've seen, the time, Jesus, and all that's never, they do it all, and then they gotta like put up with fucking bullshit like this. So, and listen, I get it. Some people be like, well, he committed to crime. Yeah, okay, yeah, he did, but he did his time for over 30 years. I think that's paying your debt back to society. And he tried fucking saving us from fucking 9/11. That's absolutely insane. I don't know if you guys seen this yet, but let me see something real quick. Make sure you click on that link there. But I think I saw it. Was it a short? No, but the thumbnail. That's right. See, I'm all over the place. If you go on Michael Francis's channel, they knew about 9/11. So Greg was in prison with Yusuf when they were planning the attack. Yusuf is the mastermind. And then the boss, as he said, like Osama bin Laden approved it, but Greg was in there with them and was acting like, because, fuck the government and getting information to not rat. That's not ratting. Anyone who ever calls him a fucking rat is out of their, he's a patriot. He's trying to stop terrorism. Like, so I think people just try to get kicks and just try to get reactions and all that. But yeah, here's Linda's book, though. She brought it up, though, The Mafia Hitman's Daughter. And it's a great read. And the republication, though, is coming out as well soon. And she's just a sweetheart. I love her to death. And got her back all the way. She's been through so much that, what is it with money? Like, what is everyone's obsession? Meaning, like, you're gonna get rid of like your own character and dignity and integrity for a couple thousand, even 100,000. I don't give a fuck. If someone tells me, Loomis, I'll give you fucking $50,000 right now if you get rid of Keith, I'd fucking be like no. You can't I can't fathom that shit. So. But people are out there like that. Guys, check out Linda's page. It's on Facebook again, ladies. Making sure I didn't miss nothing. Vaz, take care. Matt, love you. Gina, love you. He's in the entertainment business. LOL. Yeah, because of the Scarpa name. Without that, no. But he was the consultant of the Irishman. Joe should have been the consultant of the fucking Irishman, even though he probably would have, Joe would have said no. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny. It's funny. Like, those pins, look at this in the movie. There's the Italian American civil rights pin on Joe's father next to Tony Bennett there when Russ would always have the parties. So stay tuned, though, for It Is What It Is, the true story of the Buffalino family. And stay tuned for Loomis and Gina on the Into the Void Ozzy Osbourne tribute. If no one knows about that, fast growing, over 10,000 subscribers. Ozzy's the fucking man, non-monetized, just for diehard fans. Anyone could go on it. But Loomis and Gina will be on tomorrow night at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Loomis time. And they all know what that means. And I just saw that, though. But R.I.P. Pop, we put his doom in. And I'll never, ever get rid of my integrity or anything for a fucking dollar. So, or ulterior motives, but love you, Pop. Now it's time to fucking kill it. I love yous all. We'll see you next time on Mind Over Madness. And God bless the Scarpa family. Take care. The full version, though, of that, because that's a very early release, those stuff. That's why it's only on the internet. Again, will be on Mob Facts next week and engineered. If you want to go over to the Loomis show or Camp Rattler, you can watch the full early look where someone goes on and starts talking about everything, but that's just showing like the cast and Pittston and everything. Just a little early look that we'll be dropping like, every 10 days of those. So again, thank you very much. Thank you to Keith. Thank you, my brother. I love you to death, my man. With you till the end. That goes for you too, Linda. Anything for the Scarpa family. And this guy right here. I'll tell you one thing right now. Without that man right there, I never would have survived my father passing. No fucking way. Good night, everybody.